Hi there, Taurus. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 16th of December. For some while now, Jupiter, the planet of growth, has been linking brilliantly with Saturn, the planet of structure, which is in your sector of relationships. Now, that's not to say that every relationship in your world is going sweetly, but there may be one where you've been getting some real constructive feedback, or perhaps you've even been in the role of a mentor to somebody else. But this influence does come to a close by the end of Tuesday this week. But look back on this period and appreciate what you've gained. It could be something that's really solid and enduring. Now, Uranus, over the last 3 years, has been quite a mischievous influence in your situation. This is because it's been located in your 12th solar house, and all sorts of stuff has been coming out into the open or up into your subconscious, or you've been challenged in ways you just weren't expecting. And this has meant that at times you've had an almost unknowable sense of nervous energy, which has been hard to pinpoint. Now, over the last 5.5 months, Uranus has been twisting backwards, and on Tuesday it starts to go forwards, which in some ways can be a relief, but it does continue to square up to Pluto. So what are the broader implications? Well, Uranus going forwards could see you just that little bit less quietly agitated, but in its angle to Pluto, there's still a part of you that wants to change something in your life, yet another part of you can kind of hold you back. And if you can't quite figure out what it is, what the inner barriers are, it could cause a lot of frustration. And this can start to increase from Wednesday and can really peak from now through to the end of the first week of January. And you may find yourself also encountering some very strange mood shifts. Things can irritate you quite suddenly, and you may find yourself having to speak out and be quite frank in a way which could set other people back on their heels. But you just have to be true to yourself, and if there are frustrations festering deep within you, well, air them. It's going to be a healthy thing to do. Now, on Saturday, Venus, your ruler, does the converse to Uranus. It actually starts a retrograde journey. And it could be that links with somebody at a distance that have for some while not necessarily been that intimate could in some ways be resumed, or it could be the truth of a relationship needs to be gone over again. If there has been some kind of denial about the reality of a situation, this is a good time to tackle this, and this opportunity goes on through to the end of January. What I would say to you is that if you're travelling, it could link to some kind of romantic adventure over the Christmas holidays. And then on Sunday of this week, well, the sun climbs into probably one of the most adventurous and pioneering parts of your horoscope. He joins up with Venus and also with Pluto, and this is going to give you a little bit of a push to be that much more daring. Remember, you're a fixed sign, and part of your raison d'etre is you like routine and familiarity. But like everything in life, these can actually become stifling and boring. We all need fresh air. We all need the oxygen of change, new information, new stimulation, sights and sounds, different kind of people. And the sun is going to push you to be that much more open between now and the end of the year. It's an exciting time for you if you're prepared to be that much more trailblazing and a bit more risk-taking too. But with Uranus in opposition to Mars from Wednesday through to the first week of January, you may expect that some sudden things can come up, and it may be linked to your work, and it could be a sudden desire to escape from a situation or a role which really isn't giving you much fulfillment, and a desire to do something that will. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck, and goodbye for now.